Good morning, 1, 2, and English 3, 4, remote at home. This is Miss Avela. I will be your remote teacher. I am at Belleville East, so sometimes you'll see recordings of me at school, and sometimes you'll see recordings of me at home, depending on where I am to make the videos. So, as you can imagine, I'm at school right now, and you guys are at home. So, I'm supposed to have your videos posted by 9 a.m. and I will try to have that done. I am a little bit behind this year just because I've got a lot going on, and that's not your fault. I realize that. So I just wanted you to know why nothing was posted until now. So today I am going to talk to you a little bit about the rules and expectations and how we're going to go over that later this week, because I'm sure you're getting a lot of that in all of your other classes where they talk about grades and how to score things and what you need to hand in. And let's face it, that's boring. Okay, so instead of going over that, what I'd like to know is I would like to know a little bit about you. Okay, so today the only thing I want you to do for work today is I want you to answer questions that are on a handout for you. Okay, it is number 1, Pad Brainstorm. So let me show you where that is on Classroom. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. I have it posted for you. So basically what I want you to know is whenever I assign you things to do, you will have the day that I assign it, and then I won't make it usually do the next day before class. I will make it do the next day at midnight. So it would actually be like the day after. So today I'm going to assign you something, but it won't be due until tomorrow night, Thursday, at 11:59. Okay, so you have a little bit extra time to do it than a regular class period. That's because I think it's a lot harder to juggle remote learning than it is in a regular classroom. The other thing I want you to be aware of is that open classrooms. So if you have questions or you have problems or you need more time or something happened, I need you guys just to email me and let me know. Okay, that's the best way to correspond with me, is to email me. If you put it on the stream or you put a response on an assignment, I'm not going to see it because my notifications for those two things are off because there's way too many things coming in on my emails. So if I see a personal email from you, I will be able to read that and distinguish it a little bit better. Okay? So that's what I need you to do. If you have a question or you need an extension or there's something you don't understand or you can't access it. And we can also do a Google Meet, and you can contact me in a Google Hangout. We'll go over all of that stuff later. Okay? For today's homework, what you're going to do is just to get to know you a little bit, is you're going to go over this assignment. Okay? So on your classroom, it says Pad Brainstorm 1. 1 is next to it so that you know 1 is the number handout, is number 1. So all of your handouts are going to be numbered, 1 through whatever, so that I can just say handout 55 is due. And then you can find the numbers on the classwork page. So when you go to the classwork page, you'll see 1 here. Okay, so everything is going to be numbered and in order. So it should be really easy to find. So you're just looking for the numbers. Okay, so today you're going to be doing number 1. And what it is called Pad Brainstorm. So what I want you to do is I want you to answer all of these questions. But unlike in other English classes, I don't want you to write incomplete sentences. I know. I want you guys to use the question stems. So what I want you to do is just answer the questions, and I want you to be honest, okay? So like for number 1, there's this box right here that says write your answer here. So what I want you to do, is I want you to answer the question, knowing that we have to do things for class, namely homework, tests and quizzes, writing and grammar, and participation or presentations, the way these categories should be weighted, and either you can choose to put them in order of importance, or you can weight things. So maybe you think that homework should only be 10% and quizzes and tests should be 50%. That's completely up to you. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. On this next one, I don't have the question, so I'm going to have to post that one for you. Number 3 is, I wish that schools taught. So in other words, what is it that you wish that you learned in school? We get told that we have to teach, and we know that we have to learn algebra and geometry and all sorts of stuff like that. But what is it you wish that schools would teach? The next question is asking or saying that the most important thing a teacher should be. So teachers are a lot of things. We're human, first of all, so we make a lot of mistakes. But it helps us know what kind of your expectations are of us and what you think is the most important quality. Number 5 is, in this class, I especially want to learn. What is it you really want to learn how to do as far as English goes? And even if it's outside the realm of English and it's more something like organization or study skills, put that down. That's fine. Number 6 is a little bit difficult because it's asking you 3 questions. So what it's asking you to do is I'm asking you to tell me how you learn best. So when we learn in a lot of different ways. So there's a couple of things you need to know. What time of day do you learn best? So I learn best at night because that's when I study. I am not a morning person, so it's a lot easier for me to learn things at nighttime as opposed to during the day. Then I want to know how you learn. So sometimes it's easier for you to learn if you're writing versus if you're listening versus if you're doing something. All of those things make a difference in how I teach you and how you learn. I also want to know where you are. So at school, it's hard to learn when you're sitting in these hard desks all day. I know when I learn or when I read or when I teach, make up my lesson plans, I'm usually in a comfy chair at home, whether it's on the sofa, behind the computer. So that's important. And the last thing is, what are you doing while you're learning? I always have music playing because it helps calm me down. So what are you doing? Number 7 is to do my best writing I need. So what do you need in order to produce the best writing you possibly can? Excuse me for yawning. As soon as I turn on the video camera, I start yawning like crazy. Okay, so to best understand reading I need. One of the things I've noticed is that students have a hard time reading. It's difficult to read when you're reading it on the computer, and since you're remote, it's really hard for me to get you texts. So one of the things I suggest is to print things out if you can, and I'll try to let you know in advance. But what do you need in order to understand what you read? A lot of us can read and go, oh my God, I read that sentence 10 times. I still don't know what it says. Well, what do you need in order to help you understand that reading? That's what I want to know. Number 9 is in English, I think I'm strongest at. So what in English class do you feel you're really, really good at? Even if you're not good at English, you've got this one thing, okay? And then I'm weakest at. So even if you're really great at English, there's probably something that's a little bit of a challenge for you. And what is that? Number 9. Number 9 is, I just read you number 9. So number 10 is, so if I could ask you anything, not about school or class, I would want to know. In other words, I want to know what you want to know about me. So anything regarding anything, it just can't be school or class related. So, and if it's too personal or if it's something I don't want to answer or inappropriate, I won't answer it and I will tell you, hey, that's not an appropriate answer. Okay? So that's what I want to know. And I'm going to post the question number 2 in there for you because somehow I misplaced it. Okay? So I want you to answer all of these questions. I only want one answer for each question, and it's due tomorrow, Thursday, by midnight. Okay? Should you have any other questions, please let me know. Again, I'm Miss Savela, and this is your English class this year. Hope you're all doing well, and I will catch you on the flip side.